It hasn't been an ideal start for the AmaZulu co-coaching duo of Arthur Zwane and coach Vusumuzi Vilakazi with back-to-back losses in their first two games. Usuthu faced tough matches against Stellenbosch and Pirates and have now lost the first 4 matches in the Betway Premiership this season and 5 if you include the culling and knockout. But the combo of Coach 10111 and Coach Kanu have only been in charge for less than a month and there's still a whole 26 matches to play for in the league. And to help look into the situation at Usuthu, co-coach Arthur Zwane joins us on the line here on Sports Live. Good evening, Coach, and thank you for speaking to us tonight here on Sports Live.
Good evening, Tabiso. Are you good, my brother?
No, I'm good. I hope you are well, Coach. And I know we want to talk about AmaZulu, but we're also remembering Senzo Meyiwa on this day. How do you choose to remember Senzo Meyiwa? How do you think he should be remembered by South Africa?
Look, I think I've known the late Senzo for many, many years, even before he passed on. I remember him playing for Yebo, yes, if I'm not mistaken, because I also had a team that I used to own by the name of Milan Galatasaray. So we were campaigning in the same league, though I was not playing, I was just coaching the boys that were playing for my team that time. So I think he was in that team with the likes of Close, Kholela, and many other, youngsters that were promoted to the first team. And then we went on to play against each other when he played for the Orlando Pirates first team when I was in the twilight of my career. And I also managed to actually personally now met him in one of my friends' house in Zola, whether it's Jabulani, by the name of Joe. Is a Pirates fan, very jealous about Orlando Pirates, the guy that I'm talking about. So we managed to discuss a lot about the game because the guy used to sell clothes. So yeah, when we met there, and then we got to know each other very well from there on, because we also played against each other, and we still went on to play against each other.
Yeah, no, he'll forever be missed and be remembered. But let's talk about you, Coach. It's been a tough start considering the fixtures that you've had in your first 2 games against Stellenbosch and against Orlando Pirates. We heard Coach Kanu in the post-match, though, saying that he was encouraged by the performance, especially the way that you finished against Pirates last night. What do you take from these 2 games?
Yeah, look, first, it was to make sure that we get to know the players better and also identify the problem. And it wasn't going to be an overnight thing, for the fact that before we took over, we were coming from, 3 games without winning. So already when it's like that, the morale in the camp is a bit low. And there is that mentality of fear, of losing games because we haven't been, scoring goals, but we've been conceding, So I think we managed to score 2 goals before we took over. So yeah, we needed to eliminate that first and make sure that the guys, they start believing in themselves even more. And you must have seen in the first game, with the first game in charge, myself and Coach Kanu, I think I wouldn't say we played, our hearts out. We did our best for the fact that we took the game to the extra time, knowing very well that also we're playing against the team, a formidable side that's been doing very well. So we needed to give our best and make sure that we turned the corner with that game. Unfortunately, we didn't. We lost, in the extra time. So yeah, it's one of those things. Then the second game as well, knowing how our parents is doing right now, they're doing very well as well. So that's going to be a mountain of the time for us. But also, I cannot fault the effort of the players. I think they tried their level best, and it wasn't to be in terms of the results. And also we played in patches. It looked like we could maybe get a goal, because I think we're the first to create a clear cut goal scoring opportunity first half. Unfortunately, we really couldn't connect. And after 25 minutes, as soon as after we considered the goal, I think that's when now Pirates, gained the momentum. And we needed, obviously, to make sure that we keep the scoreline at 1-0 to half time, and try and come up with another plan. And I think first half, we started very slow, but towards the end of the game, we looked like, we could get something out of it, and we managed to get a goal. And I think this optional time, we nearly equalized. Human, and we're just unfortunate the keeper made a save and the ball went to, and it was a corner. So, look, it's a work in progress. We know what is at stake, and what is good is how the players, have responded. So far, yes, we are not happy where we are. We want to get out of that bottom zone as soon as possible. And things are looking good though in terms of the results. We're battling a bit, but we are optimistic that we get things right, and we will also move the team out of the bottom of the block then and be able to compete in some of the best teams, because you can see other teams are also losing games, some winning, because football is very unpredictable.
Yeah, and there's still lots of games to be played, Coach. But also, your move to AmaZulu caught a lot of people by surprise, having been at Kaiser Chiefs for over 2 decades there. How tough was it to leave, and what motivated you to leave, or what convinced you that maybe this was the right time to go to another club?
Look, Tabiso, I've been at Kaiser Chiefs for 24 years as a player and the coach, a development coach, and until I became the head coach, the senior team. So I think I was more like part of the furniture, and I felt it was time for me, to move and face different challenges. And of which AmaZulu, offered me that opportunity. When I got a call from the president, I couldn't hesitate, because I also felt that I've been there with some of the guys that I groomed as young coaches, like the likes of, Tsidiso Lisulinyane, Jim Jambo, and then the team also brought in the likes of David Matebula and Bamji as well. So, we had a very good, young coaches. So I felt I should also, in terms of grooming them, I've already done my part. Let me give them now also a space for them to learn their own. And let me also, grab this opportunity, that came by for me to grow and so, because I needed a different challenge. And as I said, when the president called me and offered me a job, and then I couldn't hesitate. I felt it was the right time for me to go and face, new challenges.
And we heard from Coach Kanu. He says he's always wanted to work with you. You've done coaching courses together. Was it then easier in that sense to accept the co-coaching role, considering that it's someone that you know and that respects you, and I'm sure you respect him too?
Yes, I've always said this. In coaching, yes, there'll always be someone that will lead the process, but there's also an assistant coach, and now of late there are 2 assistant, coaches. So when you look at our situation, when you look at actually all the coaches, the amount of work that is put in by the assistant coaches, it's more like co-coaching. And most of the head coaches, they are more like managers now of late. They just lead from the back, and they also allow, the young coaches to grow, and be better. So in our case, for the fact that none of us, was or is power hungry, when President mentioned Coach Kanu, which is, his name, is Mbiak, for coaching Mbiak. When he mentioned his name, then I said to the president, look, I'm happy about it. And actually, not only coach, Mbiak, I could work with any coach, because one thing that I know for sure, I've worked with other people, I've worked with Shepi, many other, young coaches, and not even once I made them feel that I'm the leader or I'm the boss. Gone are those days of having a boss. Now they are leaders, and also everyone will pull in his weight in that process. So yeah, I think both of us, I think we are willing, to give our best, and we know each other very well.
Yeah, I can see you keeping an eye on Chippa United against Arrows there. That's who you play next. So already hard at work, Coach Arthur Zwane. We wish you all the best. Thank you for speaking to us tonight on SABC.
Thank you so much, my leader. Thank you.